Bob Costas caused quite a kerfuffle. I don't even know what a kerfuffle is. It just sounded appropriate in this context. So, I guess it was during some football game. I don't know what football game it was. Forgive me. I'm one of like 13 guys in the U.S. that does not watch football. I'm more of an NBA guy / NHL guy, even though there's no NHL, at least this year. So, let's listen to what he had to say and then talk about the response.
Aftermath of the nearly unfathomable events in Kansas City, that most mindless of sports cliches was heard yet again. Something like this really puts it all in perspective. Well, if so, that sort of perspective has a very short shelf life, since we will inevitably hear about the perspective we have supposedly again regained the next time ugly reality intrudes upon our games. Please, those who need tragedies to continually recalibrate their sense of proportion about sports would seem to have little hope of ever truly achieving perspective. You want some actual perspective on this? Well, a bit of it comes from the Kansas City-based writer Jason Whitlock, with whom I do not always agree, but who today said it so well that we may as well just quote or paraphrase from the end of his article. Our current gun culture, Whitlock wrote, ensures that more and more domestic disputes will end in the ultimate tragedy, and that more convenience store confrontations over loud music coming from a car will leave more teenage boys bloodied and dead. Handguns do not enhance our safety. They exacerbate our flaws, tempt us to escalate arguments, and bait us into embracing confrontation rather than avoiding it. In the coming days, Javon Belcher's actions and their possible connection to football will be analyzed. Who knows? But here, wrote Jason Whitlock, is what I believe. If Javon Belcher didn't possess a gun, he and Cassandra Perkins would both be alive today.
Alright, so it's a little bit, it's a mild commentary, very kind of bland, but pretty straightforward. I don't find anything really out there in what he said. And the response to this was incredible. People just went absolutely nuts. Absolutely. How dare you, Bob Costas? This is unbelievable. You're talking about this during a football game, and I just want to eat my pork rinds and fart on my couch. Look, again, that was a very mild, controlled type of thing for him to say, and just to let everybody know, I'm a little bit more conservative on gun rights than a lot of other Democrats, right? But what he's saying is undeniably true. I mean, we don't see people die in the numbers in other countries that what has happened here, right? I mean, it's just that's not disputable. I mean, it's a fact that more people die in the U.S. because of gun violence than in any other modernized industrial country, and most modernized industrial countries have very strict gun laws. Now, again, I'm more conservative than most Democrats are on this issue, but I'm also sane. So let me just give you a little bit of an idea of what kind of a system we have right now in the U.S., and you tell me if you think this makes sense. People on the terrorist watch list can still buy guns legally. I'm not joking. People on the terrorist watch list can still buy guns legally. In Missouri, law-abiding citizens can carry a gun while intoxicated and even fire it if, quote, acting in self-defense. Because, what can go wrong in that scenario? In Kansas, permit holders can carry concealed weapons inside K-12 schools and at school-sponsored activities. Guns in school, what can go wrong? In Utah, a person under felony indictment can buy a gun, and a person charged with a violent crime may be able to retain a concealed weapon permit. Nebraskans who've pled guilty to a violent crime can get a permit to carry a gun. In Louisiana, permit holders can carry concealed weapons inside houses of worship. Virginia not only repealed a law requiring handgun vendors to submit sales records, but the state also ordered the destruction of all such previous records. Who can defend that? Who can defend that? Come on, man. What are we, fucking nuts? Are we insane? There's literally no words. I mean, there's literally no words. You can be in favor of gun rights, right? I mean, you could look at the Second Amendment and be in favor of gun rights. But bear in mind, one of the words in the Second Amendment is the word regulate. You have the right to bear arms for a well-regulated militia. The word regulated is right there. And also, by the way, when the Second Amendment was written, the biggest fears that the people had were the British and Indians. It was written about muskets. Could they foresee RPGs and grenade launchers and tanks and F-22s and warships and nukes? I mean, technically, a nuke is arms. Do you have a right to a nuke? I don't know. I'm just asking. You guys are the ones that say, look, the Second Amendment's the Second Amendment. This is completely sacrosanct. This is, get your hands off. Just get away, get away, get away. Government has no business whatsoever. None, 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 none. Really? None? So if you want an RPG, you can get it. If you want a nuke, you can get it. Come on, man. Come on. This is just like, it's like talking with children, people who disagree with the things I'm saying right now. And I'll say it one more time. Look, I'm more conservative than a lot of Democrats are on this issue. But I'm not nuts. At the very, very, very least, what we could do is take those laws I just read and scrap those, get rid of those, right now, today. That's the very least we could do. And there should be other sensible gun regulations as well. I mean, come on. This is, how many people have to die before we can cross a threshold and start believing in common sense and rationality?